All right, all right. We black again. We black again. That's right, family. It's the Truth Hour with General Sarah Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. It's going down tomorrow. Is going down. Right there on your pagan holiday, we showing up with nothing but the truth. Firepower, America is Egypt, Mississippi River versus the Nile debunked. We got to come in and drop nothing but mega truth. We even have some, some little extra gems and jewels on Easter. We ain't gonna get out of there without touching on that too. You see what I'm saying? So you can expect to have a magnificent time. If you come to get some knowledge yourself, you're gonna have a magnificent time. So you make sure you click that link in the video description in the chat room. Have yourself in the house. Don't you dare miss it. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Cyrus Seti. What? DVD lectures. Matter of fact, we got 20% off. All you had to do is show up. It's already waiting on you right now. All you have to do is go to King Said it is 20% waiting on you right now. Save before you shop, family. That's right. KingSeti.com. We got the classic and Jurassic DVD lectures. We got the t-shirts and hoodie. We got the African and Kemetic jewelry for the family. We got you. East Africa, West Africa, Pharaoh heads, aunts, all seeing eyes, Keparas. We got the planetary cosmological talismans, the Naga Buddha, we got West Africa, the Oba, we got you. Benin, we got you. Get on over there. Holistic herbal tonics and remedies, home decor for the family, accessories for every room in the house. Get on over there, kingseti.com. 20% off at this time. That's right. Pull the fire alarm. We on fire. That's right. SETI University, over 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, advanced African academic developing the black nation, one lesson at a time. The complete General Cyrus Seti website. You cannot go wrong. Go check it out. That's all you got to do. Thank me later. Thank me later. That's right. General Seti, keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube or any other tube. Dropping tonight. Hanuman, evidence of human monkey hybrids in prehistoric India. Coming with the truth. Coming with the truth. You see, they say truth is stranger than fiction. Truth is stranger than fiction, and you know what I'm saying. So just be in for a roller coaster ride. All you have to do is buckle in. You understand? Just buckle in. You understand? You got to do that when you get these type of presentations. Drop Lilith, Queen of Hell, Chief Goddess of the White World. Patreon. We drop the Holy Waters of Creation, the African Serpent and Mermaid Goddess. We also drop General Seti's Dictionary of Alchemy and Occult Keywords relating to Black divinity. We got all that over there, and we got some new ones popping up just after tomorrow. And the next day, we got some hot ones. You feel me? So get on over there and treat yourself right. You see what I'm saying? Patreon, General Seti, links in the video description, also in the chat. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Cyrus Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid. Because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. All right. The land of Mu and Aboriginal Black Indian myth exposed. We got to get into it now. You see, I'm dropping gems. See, I'm trying to show y'all where this come from. You see? And this is just, this is something that, because what I got coming tomorrow, I can drop this. This is, Pata, I'm gonna get with you, bro. You already know. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jay? What's up, baby? Jay, what's up? You in the house? You in the house? Good. Yeah, see you here. Good to see you. That's my brother down there. Yeah. And so, it's going down. Land of Mu, Aboriginal Black Indian myth, myth exposed. And so let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. Because we got everything has an origin. Everything has an origin. Everything. Okay, this is not the one. What election? What election? Let me see. There you go. There you go. Is that it? No, it's probably on the Honda, man. Got to be. Matter of fact. There you go. There you go, right there. Had to look for the lecture. You didn't try it. There you go. Bingo. Bingo. So let me get this one on out the way. Let me get this one on out the way. I don't need nothing in my way. Thank you, family. See, family came in there. Family that's right. There you go. Yeah. Appreciate you, family. Yeah, I'm about to drop on them. You already know. I'm about to get on them today. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay on. Now, this is what it's about. See, what y'all got to understand is this. A lot of these cats out here, they mamas is Madame Blavatsky. I just got to tell you that. They mamas is Madame Blavatsky. They daddies is Aleister Crowley. You see, so the Egypt that these people's out here in the history that these people is relaying to you is a cult based. You understand? Some crackpots and shit. You understand what all the now, of course they could take a couple of, facts here and there and weave it amongst a whole bunch of goddamn garbage. And so that's what that's what they want to bring up every time. They'll go to the truth to lead you into the trap. That's the cheese on the trap to get you on the trap. If you knew the goddamn was a trap and you knew it was gonna slap down on your damn neck, nigga, when you bid on it, you wouldn't do it. So they got to give you something, and some cheese, something that you like, and you see what I'm saying. And once you own the trap, then it coming, you ain't gonna even know when it slapped down on your ass. You ain't gonna even know. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be too late. You see, and so now, well, how do we connect the land of Mu with the Aboriginal? Because I'm trying to figure out how in the hell. Okay, let me get this in here. I'm trying to figure this out because now they really got me on them. They really got me on them now. You see, they really got me on them, and so I had to ask a lot of questions. Okay, we in the house. We're in the house. Now, this is a map from James Churchward. Now, James Churchward is the cat who has had, he has pushed this land to move more than anybody. Here go old James. Look at old crackpot James Churchward. You see? And so he done wrote a number of books. You see right here, the sacred symbols of Mu. The sacred symbols of Mu. And he lived, I believe, you can see it's an old picture. So I know it's mid 1900s, somewhere up in there. And so this is his map. Now, according to him, Mu was in the Pacific. Now, this other guy, Augustus, I believe, is Plongeon. You see, he was even before James Churchward, but he didn't espouse on it like James. James Churchward wrote, mega books on Mu. Okay, he wrote mega books on Mu. Now you got Lemuria. Now Lemuria is, a lot of people have intertwined Mu and Lemuria. Lemuria was supposed to be in the Indian Ocean. And it supposed to be a landmass that connected India, Africa. You see what I'm saying? And I don't even know if it went over to Australia or not. But it was and it supposedly sunk. And they came. The guy that I believe his name was Slater, who came up with that because you could find the lemur monkey in India, and you can find him also in Africa. So they believe that it was somehow a landmass in between India and Africa that allowed the lemur to go, from Africa to India. You see, and so they call, and so after the lemur monkey, they named the land Lemuria. Okay, Lemuria. Okay, and so, but that one was supposedly in the Indian Ocean. Now, Mu, at first, Le Plongeon, he said that it was in the Atlantic. And he pretty much, said that Mu and Atlantis was the same landmass. But James Churchward said that it was in the Pacific. Okay, he said that it was in the Pacific. So when and I'll get back to Plongeon. Now I had this book. It's crazy because I got a nice library. And so before I even knew who he was, I had this book right here, Sacred Mysteries Among the Mayans and the Q-Cheese or whatever, however it's pronounced, Q-Cheese or Q-Cheese or whatever. You see, and so this is 11,500 years ago, their relationship to the sacred mysteries of Egypt, Greece, Chaldea, and India. See, so what's happening is, you see, because they really don't have no way that they can steal Egypt. You see, they can lie, but once, family go into Egypt with some real researchers, they already know so they're trying to figure out another way to steal the culture of Egypt by finding a more ancient civilization outside of Africa and say that this was the mother culture and that Egypt come out of this culture. You see what I'm saying? And so this is what they were trying to do. And so when you start talking about Mu was supposedly in the Pacific. Now, if you look down here close enough, matter of fact, let me get that out of there. Let me get that out of there. Let me get that out of there so you can see it. Now, if you look down there, you can see this is his actual map. And you can see Negroid lines. You see Negroid lines. You see, I had to use this one. You can see his name down there too. Churchward. You see 1931. You see what I'm saying? So you see, I guess it was various races of the Lemurians, you see, that were on the island. You see that the so-called Negroid was there and this, that, and the third. And so you can see where they left Mu, and you can see it's supposedly a sea in the middle of South America, that I guess they sailed through that sea and went on to Africa. You see, so you see, understand that. You see, and so now that you and we'll relate back to this map. You see, so you can understand how this shit came to be. Now, when you see Mu, you see it's sunk. You can see even remnants of the Lemurians. Now we'll just call them Lemurians for the sake of. You see, the Lemurians went to North Africa too. You see, not only just South, what I'm talking about, South Africa, North America. They went to South America and North America. You see, and so when you understand that these are supposedly Negroids, you would assume that blacks was in North and South America before they got to Africa. That's what they saying. That there was a Negroid coming from Mu that touched down on North America and South America, then moving on, because we're talking about the root races. See, when you talk about the root races, You see, you know, and Madame Blavatsky and what I believe was the one that brought that into, you know, the picture. And so, you know, and now the root races, and it's supposed to be 7 root races. You understand what I'm saying? These mythological races, where is it at? Now, the first race was the Polarian race. You see, now you see that polar. You see how they try to shift it? See, now they know they can't. You see, the African out of Africa, you understand, is putting them in a serious predicament. Because we're going to realize that they are not out of Africa, and nothing has ever looked like that ever came out of Africa or will come out of Africa unless somebody make it in a laboratory. You understand what I'm saying? And so if you leave and you know, eventually people going to do the research and say, well, you keep saying all this out of Africa shit. Well, how the hell did you know, and all this mutation shit. And we know we ain't mutated because when we go to Asia, it's still Africans in Asia. So they haven't mutated. They still there. Well, how the hell did they mutate and they still there? So you have to hide the fact that they there. You see, so the first race was the Polarian. And see, they ethereal. So they just ether. They were composed of etheric matter. See, motherfucker don't even, you can't even see the motherfucker. You see, they reproduce by dividing like an amoeba. Earth was still cooling at that time. The first mountain to rise out of the stormy primeval ocean was Mount Meru. Okay. Now the second root race was the Hyperborean. Okay. And the second root race was color yellow, golden yellow. Okay. Hyperborean included what is now northern Canada. See this shit? Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, northern Asia. See, the climate was and so they say the climate was tropical because Earth had not yet developed an axial tilt. Okay, this is some crazy shit right here. You see, this is some crazy shit. So because you a motherfucker gonna say how in the fuck could and so people evolve and they was damn near etheric. You see, they was damn near etheric. And so the third root race was the Lemurians. You see, was the Lemurians. Okay, and so you know, and listen, now listen to this shit now. I want y'all to listen to it so y'all can, and what you have to do. Now, a lot of people do this root race shit, and they all kind of go their own separate ways. So if you start studying this root race shit, you're not going to get it the same because this is a cult, and they never stay, you know, they got different teachers and shit, and so they'll be, you know, on some things they'll be similar, and then other things they'll totally converge. So if I was you, if you want it, get it from the original because it's all bull, but get it from Madame Blavatsky best you can, or anyone that was a direct student of Madame Blavatsky. If you want the story, and so you can understand it, you understand and relay it to what we trying to explain here today. You understand? So the third root race was the Lemurian. Okay, live in Lemuria, Shemali. Okay, and so that was the esoteric name of Lemuria. Shemali. Lemuria, according to Theosophists, existed in a large part of what is now the Indian Ocean, including Australia, extending into the South Pacific Ocean. Okay, its last remnants are the Australian continent, the island of New Guinea, and the island of Madagascar. Okay, Lemuria sank gradually and was eventually destroyed by erupting volcanoes in the late 19th and 20th century. It was thought that by geologists that the age of the Earth was only about 200 million years old because radioactive dating had not yet come into use. So the geological epochs were believed to have occurred at a much later time than it thought to be the case today. Okay, and so let me get down here where they Let me see what they talk about. Oh yeah, this is it right here. This is it. Let me get this shit in here. And after the you know, after the third root race, the Atlantean race is the fourth. Okay, is the fourth. Now, okay, it say the okay. So here, great believe according to traditional theosophy, the Lumerian root race began 34 million. See, anytime you get motherfuckers that start now, we know a million years. We just gonna say a million years to just and we know our people been here a million. When motherfuckers start throwing 34 million years, motherfucker, we know we don't have no birth record, but ain't no motherfucker gonna go back no 34 million motherfucking years and million years and document shit. You see, in the middle of what was then believed to be the Jurassic, thus the people of Lumerians coexisted with the dinosaurs. See, now, ain't you heard some crazy motherfuckers? I just seen a motherfucker do a video not to are the Afro or humans related to dinosaurs. I seen a crazy motherfucker do some shit like that. You see, I believe Dr. York put some shit out like that. And you know what I'm saying? So that just show you right there again where it's coming from. See, if the thing is, if you get the theosophy, I'm telling you, once you understand theosophy, you will shoot all these niggas because that's where they coming from. Because they ain't gonna expect you to go into no obscure shit like that. You see, because that's obscure. For most people, I mean, most Christians, they probably will pick up a Quran and know a little more about Islam than they, and I ain't saying that, but you will have a more probability that a Christian will look into Islam before they ever touch theosophy. Now, it is some groups out there that have a theosophical background that more likely is digging in these books anyway. Like, you got the Mormons, Scientology. You see what I'm saying? And all them type of, and it's more. You see what I'm saying? They probably digging because they ain't got all that shit that the Mormons, you got all them different guys. That's theosophy. That's theosophy. They rooted in theosophy. You see what I'm saying? And so you could crack in theosophy anything that dealing with Madame Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley, Manly P. Hall, Steiner, you know what I'm saying? What's that other guy? It's a few of them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? But them is at the top. When when you talking that top, Steiner, Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley, Manly P. Hall. What's that other motherfucker? He was over here too. What was his name? Edgar Casey. Motherfuckers like that. So you understand what I'm saying? And so them was, some of the cats and shit that you, and so it's now listen to this now. I want y'all to hear this so we can, we could start to, and you could go do the rest of the research yourself. I just want to crack the egg for you. Now it says in the middle of what, we talking about the Lumerians. Thus the people of Lumeria coexisted with the dinosaurs. The Lumerian race was much taller and bigger than our current race. The first three races of the Lumerians reproduced by laying eggs. But the fourth sub-race, beginning 16.5 million years ago, began to reproduce like modern humans. As Lumeria was slowly submerged due to volcanic eruptions, the Lumerians colonized the area surrounding Lumeria, namely Africa, southern India, and the West Indies. Okay, the descendants of the Lumerian root race, according to traditional theosophy, included the Capioid race, the Congoloid race, the Dravidians, and the Australoid race. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you understand that, then you go to Atlantis. You see, now, matter of fact, so you can understand this. Let me drop Atlantis in there. Because what you have to understand that every root race, when that root race die, a remnant of the last root race go and start to, and become the teachers of the new root race. So the Polarian left, it was a little remnants that went on and became the Hyperborean. When the Hyperborean root race collapsed, then a part of that went on to, you see, and started the Lemurian. Then when the Lemurian collapsed, it's a remnants of them that went on and they founded the Atlantean race. See, and now today, after the Atlantean collapse, then it was the Aryan. And so we supposedly, according to them, according to Theosophists, are in the age of the Aryan. You see, now this is where Hitler got his teachings from, Madame Blavatsky. You see what I'm saying? And the crazy shit about it, and I'm going to show you, that Madame Blavatsky had literally took Hinduism and she reinvented that shit to when Gandhi living in India, the first time he got any understanding of Hinduism, he was, because everybody ain't into, just because they over there, everybody ain't into. The first time he really got in depth into Hinduism was through Madame Blavatsky. Even Gandhi learned of Hinduism through Madame Blavatsky. Ain't that he was in the damn Theosophist Society. Because when they founded the Theosophist Society, it was in India. It was in India. Okay? And so you got, and then you got what's her name? Annie Besant. She was the one that took over after Blavatsky died. You got William Scott. You got William Scott Elliott. You see what I'm saying? That's another one of them top Theosophists. But let me get down here where it say the Atlanteans. You see, and so the fourth root race is the Atlantean. And see, that's where I just need to get you, because they left Lemuria and went and founded Atlantis. When Lemuria found, and you can see right there, they saying that, now this is crazy. This is crazy. What is this? What is this? 7. Power the solar system. Now you have to remember that, because I am getting this, and I checked it. It got the references in here. And so it's saying that the fourth root race, Atlantean, the race that inhabited Atlantis, and before I go on, because they saying when Atlantis sunk, then you get the motherfucker like Thoth, which is supposedly was a priest of Atlantis that went to Egypt. That's where you get the Thoth, the priest that supposedly who started some temples and built the pyramid. They accredit this Thoth of Atlantis of building the pyramid and writing the emerald tablets. And then you get the other myth of Serapis Bey, who had come from Atlantis, and he another form of Thoth. You see, so you got these variations of this supposedly priesthood that left Atlantis and went to Egypt and founded Egypt. So you got to understand this. But see, we trying to get to how do black people believe that they were over here before they was in Africa. See, I'm trying to get y'all to see this. See, that's how I cracked the Moors' head, because they didn't know shit about this. See, they didn't know nothing about. I fucked them up because they didn't know where they teachers. See, I cracked they teachers. See, they teachers, they didn't know what they teachers had been studying. You see what I'm saying? And so I knew some things and I tracked them down. I say, oh, okay, this is who, oh, okay. And I just spent a year and a half just tracking their ass down. And so when I dropped it on them, it was so far above anything they ever thought of, they couldn't even prepare for no shit like that. They didn't, that shit was out of bounds, but it was so efficiently researched that a motherfucker couldn't do nothing but say, damn, you know what I'm saying? And so when you see here, that's why when you see motherfuckers talking about, because from Lemuria, they went to North and South America first, then they founded Atlantis in the Atlantic. You see, and when Atlantis failed, they supposedly went to Egypt then. Now they grouped the Egyptians with the Aryans. You see, they grouped the Egyptians with the Aryans. So you got to listen to, and so when you get these motherfuckers to talk about America is Egypt, you see when them all this shit, that shit is a cult, nigga. I know what the fuck y'all talking about. You see? All y'all had to do was go behind me and do this. I'm gonna give you the names before I get off of here. But if you come tomorrow, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? This right here is just a nibble. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a 20-pound steak on the motherfucking table for you. You understand? With the sauce. You see what I'm saying? With the sauce. And so the fourth root race, the Atlantean, according to Theosophy, arose approximately 450,000. It ain't up there because I'm reading straight off the thing. Ago. Now they say right here in Africa. Wait a minute. See, this is what I mean. Now let me see what the fucking. See, this is Pile, the solar system. I don't know who this Pile is. See, this is something different. Because, they got it in the Atlantic Ocean. That's what the maps say. So, but I would like to see what that's saying. You see what I'm saying? Because when I was searching out Atlantis, I did see where they did consider Africa, the west coast of Africa, Atlantis. I did, see that. You see what I'm saying? But it's still mythological one way or fucking another. You see what I'm saying? And so they say go in Africa from the fourth sub-race, do Lemurians, but they got some shit in the game here, so just wait. In a part of Africa that had been colonized by the sub-race in the area now inhabited by the Ashanti. According to Theosophists, the first Atlantean sub-race was the result of the last, or the seventh Lemurian, the seventh Lemurian sub-race, which first migrated to the south of the Atlantean continent, and from there migrated further north. The esoteric name of Atlantis, listen to this shit, is Kusha. You hear that shit? You see what I'm saying? Now that's just the Kusha. You see what I'm saying? So now here you go with the Kush. Okay, the Atlantean root race. Now listen to this. See, here come the shit in the game. Matter of fact, I gotta let you see this shit. I'm gonna just take a quick snapshot of this shit. I'm gonna take a. Yeah, I gotta take it. Cause see, here they come with the shit in the game. Cause see, even then when I was reading it, that ain't what I read. So he's a new motherfucker. I gotta see when he wrote that book. I do. What's this motherfucker name? Let me get it. Pile, the solar system. Let me see what this motherfucker talking about, man. Pile. Solar system. There you go. Whoo. They want some money for that motherfucker. Damn. That motherfucker, but it was produced in 1963. You can get it on Kindle and read that motherfucker, but it's a collectible. Somebody got that motherfucker on Colonel Arthur E. Powell. They got that motherfucker on Amazon for $500 fucking dollars. They got that motherfucker on for $500. You see, Arthur Powell. Let me see who this motherfucker is, man. I've never heard of this motherfucker in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of him in my life. But for $500, they must believe some occultists would love to buy that book. Okay, Arthur E. Powell was a theosophist whose books were published beginning in the early 1900s. Okay, he studied the major esoteric works of Helena Blavatsky. So there you go, right there. Laird Beta, that's another one of them top occultists, and Annie Besant. So I mean, I ain't gonna go no further than that. I just wanted to know who he was. He wrote the solar system in 19. Obviously, he took the and so he went a different direction with that. You see, he went there, but I ain't got to the shit that's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna blow your mind. I ain't done. Wait till you read. Wait till you see what the fuck he say. See, yeah, we thinking, yeah, that's Africa and shit. This, that, and the third. Wait till you see this shit. What this man say? This man full of more shit than a Christmas turkey. Okay, hold on. Let me drop this in for y'all, family. This is how I do it, man. I go in there. I know exactly where to go. Okay, put that one in there. Okay, where is that Lumeria one? Where is Lumeria? I think it's down here. Well, I'll just take it from right here. I'll just take it from right here. Okay, now wait a minute. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Nah, I was just reading that from, down here where you see where it say Atlantis is Kusha. Okay, listen to this shit. The Atlantean root race had mongoloid features. See, here they go with that dumb shit. Had mongoloid features. They begin with the bronze skin, and gradually evolved into the red American Indian. Listen to this shit, man. Listen to this shit. I want y'all to hear this shit. Gradually evolved into the red American Indian, brown Malayan, and yellow Mongoloid races because some Atlanteans eventually migrated to the Americas and Asia. The seven sub races of the Atlantean root race was the Romaha, and I ain't gonna even read this. Look, the Cro-Magnums. Look at this shit. The Toltec. Now they supposed to be in Africa now. The original Semites, Phoenicians, Akkadians, Mongolian, East Asia. You see Southeast Asia, the descendants of the Atlanteans, according to those traditional theosophy, traditional theosophy, included those of the Mongoloid race, the Malayan race, and the American Indian, as well as some people of what in the late 19th and 20th centuries are called the olive-skinned people. You see, the olive-skinned people. And so, I'm just showing you right here where he didn't went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? He didn't went somewhere totally different, because when you go to the fucking maps, when you go to James Church Word, see, now you see Mu here, right? And you see how they go to North America, they go to South America, then they go to Atlantis, which is in the Atlantic Ocean, and from there they went to Africa. You see what I'm saying? But James Church Word was the main person that was pushing Mu. He was the main person pushing Mu. You see his name right down there, Church Word, 1930. You see what I'm saying? And again, this is another map. But see, that's why I had to show you this one, because on this one, he had Negroid, showing that the Negroid came, from Mu. And so you can see that they also went to North America and South America. And this is how these niggas get that they was here. This is theosophy, man. This is what I'm talking. This is theosophy. This is a bunch of bullshit. This is the only theory that I get. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know the Moors, they used to spell moo, and they Moors, they'll spell it Muur, and then you got Namor, who was from Atlantis up under the water. Namor. You see what I'm saying? And so you get that Moor, but it ain't, yeah. And so when they say they not Moors, I say, well, damn. And once I figured it out and I was started going through the theosophy, I say these niggas is from up under the water. I say these niggas is mermaids. I say, what the fuck is going on? So that's the only, see, this is it. And so what they done, just like Malachi Z. York done, they niggerized. That's all he did. Niggify a lot of Blavatsky, a lot of Aleister Crowley. Listen to me. Let me come in the comments. Listen to me. Now, a lot of people always talking about the 9 ether. You see? The 9 ether. And we Thelema. Yeah, we already, you know what the Thelema is. They talk about the 9 ether. You see? And people assume that's our hair. But you know what? I was watching a documentary. on Aleister Crowley, right? And these was white people. And I heard them, and I'm going to go back and watch it because it was years ago. I just didn't, because I was cracking their head already. I just didn't go in there. I heard them on the doc. That's Aleister Crowley terminology, that 9 ether. That's Aleister Crowley. Now, you can change it to mean whatever the fuck you want to. You understand what I'm saying? But that 9 ether terminology is Aleister Crowley. You got it, Patah? Yeah, if you watch that one, yeah, if you watched it, that's the one. And I heard him, and it kind of fucked me up because I heard him, while I was watching it in documentary, and I heard him say, the 9 ether. I said, what the fuck did that bitch just say? You see? Yeah. And so that's what it's about. You see what I'm saying? That's where he got that shit from, and a lot of that garbage. You understand what a lot of that other garbage, Zachariah Stitching and shit, and he on some crazy shit because Madame Blavatsky, see, they got all that ascended masters and shit, and that's why you got even the Mormons. You see what I'm saying? Where they talking about it's a God on every planet. You see what I'm saying? So they was already talking about the ancient aliens and shit long before that. You see what I'm saying? This is, and Madame Blavatsky, you see, was the one that brought that shit out. You see what I'm saying? And so let me bring this back on in and let me move on because I'm teaching all night, so I can be warmed up for tomorrow. Again, just and showing you that was Negroid, and all you had to do is see. Now, if you look up the land of Mu, if you look up land of Mu, they're gonna have, and you go into images and you looking for a map. See, no, you got to put in church words, map of Mu. Don't just put Mu in there. Put church words, map of Mu, and that's where you're gonna get them good ones, like this one right here. Heavy, wait a minute, I ain't even got it in there. You're going to get heavy megapixels and everything. You know what I'm saying? And this one is one that cleared up. You understand? Once you see he conceived that Negroid. Nah, the crazy shit, that Negroids came off the Mu and that they went to North America and South America, then to Atlantis, then on to Egypt. You see what I'm saying? You see? This is how he conceived it. And so, like I say, you gonna get a lot of different stories, but that's the only, that's where you get where these niggas can conceive, which is still showing where they got it from. Now, whether he know or them niggas know, where they got it from, or the teacher where they got it from. You see what I'm saying? If this is what they spitting today is nothing but another version of that. Because I'm gonna say it before I get off of here again. If we look alike, yet the African claiming to be native to Africa, and you got a nigga over here in North America claiming to be a native to North America, and they both look alike, and they look just alike, then you got two different species. Because this man is original. He don't know no other land than North America. Then you got this African over here. He look just alike. He don't know no other land other than Africa. So if you got two peoples and they native and they don't know no other land, see, that's unbeatable, man. Don't let them straw man argument nothing. Don't ask no nigga, just ask them that question. You see what I'm saying? You had to point to, because like I say, you got African Americans that can go to Africa. All they had to do was put the garb on, they get lost. Don't even have to put the garb on. You see what I'm saying? All you had to do, you will go get lost right in it. All you have to ask them. You see what I'm saying? That's all you had to ask him is, well, if he's native to there, and you native to here, and you look just alike, how is that possible? I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear none of that. We just dealing with the genetics. I don't want to hear none of that about, because we didn't already said we know that we the original people to migrate into these lands. We didn't said that. See, they keep arguing this dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? You see, they keep arguing this dumb shit. We saying, is there any relationship between the African? I want to hear them say that there is no relationship. You see what I'm saying? Other peoples, even though we don't accept them, they at least try to latch on to our blood. They say we all come out of Africa. You see what I'm saying? We know how they got here. We know it's been some jars, we've been, fucking with the editing in the ancient times. We know that. You see what I'm saying? But they know that ain't no way you gonna have, you know what I'm saying, and you can't if you've been fucked with in a laboratory. You see, that's the only other way. Now, that's really what it is. Either you African, or it's been some editing going on. The shit that they're using is ancient, that it ain't just started. Somebody been fucking with something. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody been fucking with some editing. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna have two people that look just alike. They're just like you see a Rottweiler. If you see a Rottweiler in America, he came from, I don't give a fuck how long they been over here. They came from up out of Europe. When you see that Mastiff and you see that, them Tibetan Mastiffs and all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? If you see one, I don't give a fuck how long they've been over here. They still got an origin. If you see two, even when you look at the lion that's in Asia, he not his full mane, but he come from the root. Nobody over there saying that the Asiatic lion is native to Asia and is not of the African stock. He came out of Africa. He went over there, and because it's a different environment, different food source, not having all of the vegetation, the water, the animals that's in Africa, they ate what was available over there, which was not as plentiful as it was in Africa, and the mane got lesser. The mane got lesser. His weight got lesser. He's not as ferocious or none of that because he ain't hunting animals like the animal in Africa. But they are the same stock. They are the same stock. And so, they don't even really want to say that they don't even want to say they have relations with Africans. This is the hate. This man, if I can't, that's hate. You see what I'm saying? And I'm tired of niggas trying to falsify what we saying so that you could be, no, let me wait. I don't want to say that because you already know. You understand? They trying to create a straw man argument. You understand what I'm saying? An argument that don't exist. I'm going to say it again. We know, I didn't talk, and it ain't nowhere I say that our people not original. And I mean, the first in the land. Not one. I say we first in the Indian, in Asia, in Southern Asia. I say we Africa, Europe. We was first there. The European was not there. Africans was the first on that land mass for tens of thousands of years before any European came down there. And so it was in the Americas too. We already know the European didn't come over there because they was talking about they would sell off the side of the fucking earth. So they were scared to even sail too far from the coastline. You see what I'm saying? You know, Africans was the one that fucked up and, you know, under you know, mental enslavement, where they told these and showed the European where, you know, the Americas was. They didn't even know where the fuck it was. You see what I'm saying? They didn't know nothing was beyond the ocean. They thought you could just sell off. And so we know our peoples, so that's not the argument. So we tired of the argument. You see what I'm saying? We just know you niggas out there got a serious self-hate going on. Because we didn't say we was over here. I hear motherfuckers say, we know we didn't, everybody didn't come. We just said that, dumb motherfucker. You not saying nothing, but what you ain't saying is answering these questions of whether we are of the same race. Is the blacks you see in Africa, and they're just like these Hebrew niggas, they in the same trick bag. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why they can't even specify what the fuck is a Hamitic or a Semitic, because they caught the nigga on the video. I ain't gonna even call his weak ass name out. And he was talking to an African, but he was calling him brother, until he found out he was an African. He was like, yeah, little brother. And then when he said, well, I believe he was from Nigeria or something, then he said, no, you not yeah, you fake, nigga. You fake. That just show you right there that you can't tell. The only way you could tell is somebody open up their mouth and say something. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to identify a motherfucker about words and shit. Yeah, that was so weak. So you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, we want to know, number one, are we the same? Are we related? You see? Are we related? And if we are related, then we have a common origin. And we want to know who is the oldest. Is it the African or is it the American? You see, now if you say we not related, then you're saying we are two different species. That's the only thing you could be saying, that we are actually two different species. And we don't even have a common origin from ancient times. You understand? Because even if you say we got to have a common origin. We got to have one origin, not two. You see what I'm saying? So which one is the oldest? See, I'm gonna run their ass forever. I'm gonna run them. They can't listen to me. They can't get out of that one. They're just like the weather. They can't get out of that one. That ain't no black man with no type of melanin in his skin gonna originate in no cold climate. And motherfuckers say, where's the earth? Motherfucker, damn, the ice age just ended about goddamn 10,000 years ago, nigga. Shit, it was probably an ice age, so we at least talking about 30,000 years, and you can still see it's getting cold still to this day. It was a fucking ice age. You see what I'm saying? So when is you talking about, nigga? The ice age just receded. You're not gonna have no black man or woman originate in no Arctic regions. Black people originated in the tropics. These niggas ain't even trying to say they come out of South America. These motherfuckers talking about they out of motherfucking Idaho. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers out of Idaho. You see when these niggas out of Iowa. Shit, what the fuck is you talking about? You see what I'm saying? What the fuck is you talking about? And so those are two questions of dealing with the temperament, the weather patterns, and you understand the temperament of the land, and what do we come together at any given time that we are not African at all, we never were African, then we two different species. Then the only other answer is we two different species. And I want to hear a fucking answer. I don't want you to come in here talking about we was all motherfucker. We done said that, nigga. God damn, nigga, quit. We done said that, nigga. Come up with the answers, nigga. That's what we want. Are we of the same species? Are Africans and so-called Aboriginal blacks of Indians of America, are we the same species? And if we are the same species, what is the original homeland of that species? If we're not of the same species, then I want y'all to openly say that we are two different species. And then I'm going to run your ass through science. I'm gonna track you niggas down every step of the way. Don't come in here with no straw man. We not talking about that. We already know. We was over here first. We know we been over here long before slavery. Okay? We know that. That's old. Don't bring that up. Okay? Don't bring that up. Bring up the fucking answer to the question that I just asked. All right, this is the General Cyrus. This is the General Sarasun said. He's saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.